feel that everybody could, if pressured enough, become and have a psychotic episode like this. And there are others who feel that only those who have a tendency to easy disorganization of the brain by their metabolism, that only they can get the psychotic trips. Because certainly when we analyze the underlying strife or conflicts that go on in a schizophrenic when they have recovered enough, that we find not too different a set of circumstances than what we find in the neurotic.
Parents strongly caution the following programs are intended for mature audiences over the age of 18. These programs may contain some material that many parents would not find suitable for children and may include intense violence, sexual situations, coarse language, and suggestive dialogue.
To save the patient from what would otherwise be a severe neurotic The patient that you saw me walking with demonstrates on the 8th day after admission the continuing presence of a catatonic pattern.
All right, happy fucking Friday. It is Friday, right? It's Friday?
It's Friday.
Or is it Thursday?
Friday.
Shit. I can't fucking remember. I was like, what day is it? All right, so happy Friday. We've got Matthew from Doomsday Sun all the way across the pond. How you guys doing tonight?
All good. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Anytime. We love having our bands from the UK. We love having bands from the UK. You guys are always like, it's so interesting. It's kind of funny because it's like we like bringing bands from the UK because it's new music, new bands that we've never heard of. And the UK has so many fucking metal bands. Like, I'm kind of like, they think we have lots of metal bands. It's like, well, I mean, yeah, we do, but it's almost like everybody thinks vice versa, depending on what country you're in. Because all the UK bands are like, well, we want to come over to the States, and all the United States bands are like, well, we want to go to the UK. It's like, it's okay, whatever. So first question I'm going to go into is, at exactly what age did you decide that you want to become a musician? And most importantly, what got you into doing metal?
It's quite interesting. It was sort of decided for me, or rather I was encouraged. When I was, I'd be about 13, there was a TV show on featuring Gene Simmons, yes, of course. And he went around to it was a private school, boarding school in the UK, and he had to make a rock band out of the kids there, teenagers. I think it was like shooting off of the whole School of Rock craze and around the time. And I watched it with my parents, and they saw it, and they said, "Oh, you could do that, Matt." So I was like, "Oh, no." Then he got me a guitar that Christmas. Must admit, first couple of years, I didn't bother all that much with it. I was more into video games. But then something just clicked when I was 16, and I just really wanted to play it. And I carried on from there. I think as far as getting into metal goes, it was my dad's records and a mix of that and the old PlayStation 1 games, some of the soundtracks on there. because that would have been the late 90s. So you had grunge, Fear Factory, things like that. And I stuck with it. And as I became a teenager, I had bands like Mastodon and Lamb of God started coming along. And that was it. I was set.
I'm a huge Mastodon fan.
Oh, good.
Early on in Mastodon's career, they're from Atlanta, Georgia, which isn't far from where I'm from. Well, they would come down and they played, Georgia or lower end of Georgia a couple of times, and I got to open for them way before they ever got signed. So I've been a huge Mastodon fan ever since the very first time I seen them, because one of the most intriguing things to me was that they all did vocals. And in metal, you really don't see that like at all. And I was just like, and then I seen their drummer doing vocals. I'm like, how the fuck can you drum and sing at the same fucking time? I can't even fathom being a drummer and a vocalist at the same damn time.
And it's not the easiest sort of drum patterns he's playing, is it? He's very jazz influenced.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, holy shit. Like, you are one talented motherfucker. I give it up. And I grew up also a big Tool fan. So like I loved bands like Mastodon and Tool, and I liked the proggy stuff. So as far as like types of metal that you listen to then to now, like what would you say some of your biggest influences now are?
Biggest influences now? I've really been into Coroner lately. They made a comeback with that album. So I'd say it's quite a lot of that. I've also been, it's strange, it's not really reflecting in my music, but I've been listening to a lot of instrumental rock, instrumental metal. So Joe Satriani, and then the lesser known stuff, slightly lesser known stuff like Steve Morse as well, some of his solo albums.
Okay. Well, if you like the instrumental stuff, go look up Bumblefoot's new album.
Oh yeah, it's probably a good shout, isn't it?
He's a good friend of the podcast. He's been on the podcast, but his new album that just came out not too long ago is fucking phenomenal. Mm-hmm. It's all instrumental. It is great. Of course, I would think so for somebody who used to play for Guns N' Roses and all the other millions of projects that man has been in. He is amazing as a guitarist. All right, CB, you're up on deck, brother.
So as far as your fans go, what is the greatest fan interaction you've ever had?
Oh, crikey. Wasn't expecting this. So let me think. Greatest fan interaction. Let's think back over there. They all blur into one after a while, these shows. I think probably the chap who ended up buying basically merchandise and CDs from one of the gigs, but basically his whole family. He was clearly a big fan. The monetary side was nice, but really it was just like, oh, we made that much of an impact on you that you actually, you want to take this home and listen to it. You want to be seen wearing our T-shirts and things like that. It sort of brought it home. It was like, oh yeah, people really do like us. Wow.
Okay. It's kind of a surreal feeling when you go in there and you think, okay, we're just going to play a show, but you got merch and you're like, well, nobody's really going to buy our T-shirts because nobody knows the fuck we are, or we're very small, we're just starting. And you go up there, and then the next thing you know, all these people are like, I want a T-shirt, and they're like treating you like you're a fucking rock star, and you're like, is this happening?
Yeah, what's the catch?
You're all kind of looking at each other like, huh, really? You want to buy my T-shirt? Okay. That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
That's always a good feeling. So as far as your guys' career stands right now, what is one of your most proudest moments that you've had as a band?
As a band, we've had some gigs that just went really well, really nice, made us feel very validated. I think overall, though, at the moment, it probably is the album because we all put into that. We all put great amount of work in, and hearing it come back and get good reviews, and again, people buying it, and even when we leave it a while and we go back and listen to a track from it, say to learn a song to add to the set, it's like, oh yeah, you can really hear how that's paid off. It was worth all that time and effort.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, Steve B, you're up.
So, what is a pet peeve of yours when going to somebody else's show?
There's a few. There's a few. There's bands who run um, bands who run too long in their sound check and then don't cut their set short, so end up running over the set by 20 minutes or some ridiculous figure. Um, a recent one that started very annoying me is when a guitarist will start leaving their pedals on the stage, where exactly where you're meant to stand, which I don't really understand because you wouldn't want to do that anyway for risk of damage. It doesn't take long to clear them away. So yeah, it's mostly the logistical stuff like that.
Okay.
I understand that. I understand that. And the drummers that take like 45 minutes to set up their fucking drums.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never really encountered that so much, but I've encountered bands being way too fussy during sound checks as well. There's a pub somewhere with 10 people in there, and they're like, oh, I'm hearing a bit too much mid in the vocal monitor. It's like, come on. Come on.
You get what you get, bro. If you're got everybody's got the same sound guy, so it is what it is. It's there's not really much you can fucking do about it. All right, so if you guys had a chance and money was no object and the bands couldn't say no, doesn't matter how big the band is or how small it is, if you guys could go on a full ass world tour, what 3 bands would you take with you?
Wow. It'd probably be something along the lines of, for me personally anyway, Mastodon, Gajira, and Carcass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I fucking dig it. I dig it. Especially, I mean, I've listened to Carcass quite a bit over the years, but Gojira and Mastodon, I love those fucking 2 bands. Love. I still remember the first time I seen Gojira here in the States. It was Welcome to Rockville, which is a big festival over here down in Florida. And I had no idea who the fuck Gojira was. No idea. And of course, I'm like looking at the list and I see Gojira. I'm like, oh, well, that's Godzilla. Like,
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. I like that name. That's a dope ass name, but they use the Japanese version of it. So I go and see them, and I still remember the very first song they play was Stranded. And when I heard that fucking opening riff, I was just like, all right, you have my attention. Okay. And when they came out, like, they kicked you in the fucking teeth. Like, they didn't play. And I was just like, holy shit, that same festival is the time I seen Amon Amarth for the first time.
Right.
And I didn't know who the fuck they were either. And I was just like, holy shit, they brought out the goddamn Viking ship and the statues of the gods and goddesses. And I was like, oh, okay, these guys are fucking bringing. I don't know who the hell they are or where they're from, but this shit is awesome.
I had a similar experience seeing them for the first time. I'd heard their music before, but I had no idea they'd put so much into their stage show. So as soon as I heard they were touring the UK again after that, I was like, yeah, I'm going again.
I'm big on theatrics. So that goes into my next question. Do you like theatrics in shows, or are you just one of those purists that just wants to see the band play their stuff?
No, God, yeah, I'm a sucker for theatrics. I mean, this, but yeah, I mean, one of my favorite bands again. It's strange to keep mentioning some of these bands because they're not sort of they're not in the doom metal sphere like we might be. But Rammstein was definitely a rite of passage when I first saw them. We try and do theatrics ourselves live. We can't do anything on that scale yet. But yeah, we found it goes really well. It gets the crowd involved. With UK audiences, you don't know. I always expected them to be quite reserved, but 9 times out of 10, if you start throwing inflatables into the crowd, they'll go for it. They'll love it, and they'll just go nuts, and that's great.
What kind of inflatables are we talking about
So
here?
we've got a song called "Where the Hammer Lies," and I had the idea years ago to start throwing inflatables hammers out because I was like, oh, brilliant! Everybody can hit each other in the pit then.
Okay,
And
I dig it.
It seems to work. It's daft, but it seems to work.
Okay, well, shit. I mean, if it works, it works. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay, all right, CB, you're up, bro.
What is something that you have to have with you when going to a show performing?
My guitar. No, I'm kidding.
Besides that,
no, I know what you mean.
Special that you have to bring with you.
Something I'll have to have with me. Well, there's the costume. I think I'd feel a bit strange performing without the costume, but the lozenges, the vocal zone, they make me feel. I've done it without before, but I don't know. Just feels like a nicer night if I'm properly warmed up.
Right.
I've not really got any more of an interesting answer than that, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. It definitely happens. I know we've had this conversation before, and I'm kind of weird because I'm a big American football guy. Love American football. So my favorite team is the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I always have something Jaguars on me. Always.
Right, I'm with you. Yeah.
Always. And I know it's weird. I've never understood why so many people in the UK are Jaguars fans. I have never understood that.
Yeah, I have heard of that. It's a strange thing. I mean, I must admit I don't follow American football at all, or our football, to be honest. But yeah, I have heard of them. So I must have some friends somewhere who are. Why? Yeah. I don't know.
The only thing I could assume is maybe that was the first NFL team that played over there when they started doing the international, games. I have no idea. But like a lot, because I'm in a lot of Jaguars fan groups, and there's a shit ton of people from the UK that are in those fan groups, and I'm like, holy shit! Why is there so many that just love the Jacksonville Jaguars? Because until this year, we primarily sucked. We were terrible. So I was like, I mean, we appreciate it, but damn, hey, what's up, Crystal? So all right, cool, fair enough. All right, CB, you're up again.
All right. So going off of what you
keep doing double questions, so I'm making you do a double question.
Okay. All right, that's fine. It's going back off of the inflatable thing that you had mentioned earlier. Oh
God, I know where he's trying to drive this. You dirty motherfucker.
It doesn't have to be dirty. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. But
they're not throwing out inflatable dicks, okay?
That's not what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
He said yes to that. But
I said yes, but yeah.
If you guys could wear an inflatable suit while playing, what inflatable suit would that be?
Oh, that's got to be one of the most curveball questions I've ever received. But it would probably be world leaders. All four of us as different world leaders.
Okay.
Kind of in the style of, I'm not sure if you're familiar with them, the band, what are they called now? This is really embarrassing. I forgot the name. But there's three of them, and they dress up as Trump, Kim Jong-un, and Putin. They're very good. It's instrumental rock again. Something like Global Power Trip or something like that.
Okay. All right. That'd be very interesting to see.
I'll have to look that up. Because I know that newer band that just came out, what's their name? President.
Mm-hmm.
President, the lead singer has them, and I can't remember what president it is. I think it's like Reagan or something like that.
Okay.
That they wear it, but it's only the lead singer. The rest of the band just wear like blacked out masks that don't show anything. There's no features or anything. He's the only one that does. But I was just like, okay, that's kind of interesting. The first thing I thought of was, you ever seen the movie Point Break?
I don't know. No.
So if you ever get a chance, actually watch that movie. It's actually really good. It's like this surf gang that are like bank robbers, and every time they rob a bank, they dress up as like former presidents, and that's the
Okay,
mask
yeah.
that they wear when they go in and do a bank heist. Is it's all former president masks that they wear, and it's a fucking fantastic movie. Anyways, if you could dig up any musician that's dead and bring them back from the life and spend 24 hours with them and learn everything they know about the music industry, who would you resurrect?
I think it'd be Phil Lynott from Thin Lizzy. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Okay.
Bit of a sentimental one because my dad was big into Thin Lizzy, and by
Right.
proxy, so was I. But yeah, I'd also like to go drinking with him because the stories are also legendary. So yeah,
Okay.
that's going to be my
That's a
answer.
new answer. We haven't heard that one yet.
No, we have not. No, we have not. Like I was expecting something way different, but like, yeah, I like the answer. If I want to go drinking with him, and I would be happy with that because I got to drink with one of my heroes once, and one of my big heroes was Lemmy from Motorhead. I was a huge Motorhead fan, and way back, I guess I was in my mid-20s. My band won a little battle of the bands, and we got to be one of the early bands for this music festival that Motorhead was playing. And I had a little bit of a personal problem that took place after the show was over. So I wasn't in the greatest mindset in the world, and I was kind of down. And I was sitting in the green room, and they had their own like bar and everything for the artists. And this guy walked up, and he's basically like, "Hey, I know a man in distress when I see it." He was like, "You wanna have a drink on it?" And I was like, "Sure." I hadn't even looked down. Football was up on screen, so I was watching football. And he was like, "Care for a smoke?" And slid over this pack of cigarettes. And I was like, "Fuck, I don't smoke, but yeah, today I'm going to." And I look over, and it's fucking Lemmy.
Wow,
and that man, like, I instantly damn near shit my pants. Like, instantly. I never like
reaction. Yeah.
I just treated him like a normal human being. I didn't be like, "Oh my God, you're my fucking idol," like I wanted to. I didn't. But he sat there and fucking talked to me about that issue for like 45 fucking minutes. He didn't have to do that, but he fucking did.
Yeah.
And he treated me like I was just a normal fucking person. He didn't act like he didn't have that attitude. And I know they always say don't meet your idols, but in this case, he was every bit of what I would have hoped that he would have been.
Yeah, we've had where we're from, actually, where we live. We've had the Lemmy statue installed in sort of one of the regions of Stoke, Burslem, where he was born.
Right.
Sort of in a town square there, and yeah, it's a beautiful statue. We went to the unveiling and everything, and it's been really good for the area as well.
I would kill to see that. I would fucking kill to see that. One of these days, I will be there. One day.
Five minutes down the road from it.
Oh shit, man, that's fucking awesome. All right, CB, you're up.
So, do you believe in the supernatural, and do you have a story to go with it?
Unfortunately, no. No, I don't. I've never had any sort of supernatural encounters. I've heard of a few people who have, people in my family and what have you. Nothing like that's ever happened to me. I've always sort of wondered why, but no, I've not found anything to promote that belief yet.
Ever had like an experience that you were just like really spooked?
Strange coincidences here and there, but nothing I'd attribute to anything otherworldly.
Okay. All right.
Cool. Fair enough. So what is the worst food that you've ever had to endure at a venue?
Oh. Let me think. Worst food. Again, there's quite a long list here.
Yeah. I can imagine. Venue food usually isn't the best.
Yeah, so it wasn't technically at the venue, but it was just up the road.
That
It was
works.
a chain restaurant over here. I won't name them, and it made me so ill I ended up in hospital. So yeah, that's got to be the one.
Oh no.
That's got to
Oh
be the one.
shit!
Like,
Yeah, I had it. It was fine. I've eaten there before, or a chain there before. Anyway, it was a gig away from home. Then a couple of days later, I just couldn't stop vomiting. Went into shock. Um, Taken to A&E. I got better pretty quickly, actually. But yeah, all the same, it was. So I'm really, really sort of wary of takeaways now. All of them.
I
Yeah.
had the same thing happen to me, which is why I can't eat at that place anymore. Which I'll name it because I don't give a shit. It was fucking Subway. It was Subway,
oh, I
and
thought you
I
were
Nice.
ate.
thinking
Okay.
the other one.
No, it was Subway, and I still remember I was probably like 22, 23 years old, and it was we played before a show. We went and ate Subway. I was fine during the show. But once we got out of the show, within about 20 minutes, I was fucking ill. Like I was puking and puking, and I could not stop throwing up. And it was so bad they had to take me to the hospital the next morning. And I was so dehydrated. They had to give me like anti-vomiting pills, had to put me on a damn saline bag. Like I was in that damn shit for like 2 days. And then it turned out it wasn't just me. They ended up having like 55 cases within 24-hour period. And the one thing that was the same with all of us is we all ate at Subway. And the wild thing was it was all the same sandwich. It was a meatball sub that we all fucking had.
Crap, that's the one I usually have.
Yeah, that's me. I love meatball subs. And it actually, I was not able to eat a meatball sub again for like 10 years before I was
I'm not
able to
surprised.
ever touch it again. Because it just fucked me up so bad.
That's
So-
a food trauma.
Yeah, I will never eat. I've never ate at Subway again, ever. Nope. Hell no. Fuck no. You can't pay me to do it. All right, CB, you're up.
All right. So if you could play at any place in the world, there's no money, no problems. You just go and play wherever you want. Where would you go?
Oh, I would probably go. It might be that'd be a little modest, but it's got a lot of like history and what have you. Place. It's a place that's always really interested me. I've never been. The Rainbow. The Rainbow.
Okay.
Lemmy's hung out. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
That's the first one that springs to mind.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. So, if you guys had a chance to work on an album with any musician or producer, anybody, who would you choose to do an album with?
Oh, I think producer-wise, I might be getting my wires crossed here, but the chap who did Carcass's albums, I think it was Terry Date, his name,
Okay.
or something like that. So yeah, producer-wise, that would probably be our pick. I think I could probably speak for the other guys as well. To be honest, they'd probably come up with a similar answer. Musician-wise, oh wow. Never mind. I think one that'd be really interesting, just because I think he's got such a unique way of writing, and again, I like his bands. Matt Pike, Matt Pike from
Oh.
High on Fire and Sleep. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We've never had that answer before either. So that's interesting.
All sorts of new answers today.
Yeah. I mean, especially coming from a doom metal band, because like, I mean, High on Fire really isn't doom metal. I guess I don't even know really what High on Fire would be considered. Maybe.
Yeah, they straddle the line, don't they? A lot of people say stoner metal, stoner.
Yeah,
rock,
stoner metal,
Yeah.
maybe a little on the progressive prog metal side a little bit.
Yeah.
So what eventually led you into doing doom metal? Because I mean that's got such a small niche following, and with as many doom metal bands as there is, there's not a whole lot of them that are like extremely prevalent, which is kind of sad because I love doom metal.
I think it came about fairly naturally because we wanted to write music that reflected the lyrical content. Simply put, we write about the end of the world or events leading up to it. It's perhaps a bit less, or perhaps a bit more relevant these days, writing about that sort of thing. But it's all themed around a lot of what ifs about society, mainly British, touching on global issues as well, things that might lead to just catastrophes, disasters, and what life would be like after. It's sort of a bit speculative fiction. So it just kind of happened naturally. I didn't necessarily go into it thinking, oh yeah, I want to do a doom metal band. But I found that the music that best suited, I suppose you'd say, the story of each song, it was just doomy. It was just doomy sounding.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, CB, you're up, bro.
So what kind of excuse me, what kind of hobbies do you have outside of music?
I do enjoy gaming. Um, I'm also somewhat into motorsport. And again, fiction reader, writer, quite into sci-fi. The other guys in the band, the drummer is massively into K-pop, amongst other things. He also plays Magic the Gathering.
Excellent.
Yeah, as does the other guitarist, Jake. He's also works sound duties at one of our local venues. So Rich, the bass player, I don't really know what he does, to be honest. He's a bit of a mystery. I've known him for 4 years now, and I still don't really know what he does outside the band. So, yeah, I can't answer that one for him. But yeah, we've got quite a sort of varied range of hobbies in the band. The only thing that binds us all together is we're all somewhat nerdy, but we like that.
Now, since you had said that you're heavy into sci-fi, I got to ask the question. Are you a Star Wars fan or a Star Trek fan?
More Star Wars.
Yes.
There
yes. I always win. I am. He likes to try to stir the shit pot with me.
You know, one day there's gonna be that one day. There's gonna be that one band.
You shut up, because I'm gonna be talking mad shit, because I am a diehard fanatical Star Wars nerd. Bad, like I am bad, and fuck Star Trek and fuck Trekkies. I don't give a shit.
I mean, I didn't even know half of the Star Wars stuff existed until you told me about it.
Well, yeah, I got to spread the gospel of Star Wars, man. It's just a thing that we have to do as Star Wars fans. You kind of take that into your lap when you become a Star Wars fan. Well, if you're to the level that I am, which is bad. It's bad. It's terrible. All right. So if you could play any major festival, the entire world, what festival would you want to play and why?
There's a few good European ones. I'm just trying to narrow it down to which one. I'm torn between two at the moment, but I'm gonna go for Wacken in Germany. It's always got a really good lineup. It's got a certain prestige to it, I think. Whenever I've seen footage of it, so yeah, go for Wacken. That'd be
Yeah, that's fair enough. Actually, one of the bands that I manage is actually in the battle for Wacken right now. So,
excellent. Yeah.
What's that other one that you always talk about, Jax?
Me?
Yeah.
Hellfest.
Yes, that one.
I want to go.
Hellfest.
Hellfest is my dream. Like, I want to go to Hellfest so fucking bad I can't stand it. I mean, if I could afford it, I would have already fucking went. But yeah, Hellfest is God, just seeing their stage setups and all the shit that goes on and is put into Hellfest. Like, yeah, you hear about the United States festivals, and yes, they're big, yes, they're grand, but there's nothing compared to Hellfest.
Mm,
Which I'm
no,
not exactly
I've
sure
seen the
where.
lineup.
Huh?
I've seen the lineup, but every year it's really cracking for Hellfest. It's only hop across the channel. Again, it's financially getting there, and not so much the cost of the ticket, but yeah, I mean, Hellfest was my other choice. It always does look very good.
Where is Hellfest usually held?
It's in a place called Clisson in France.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know
Okay.
exactly where that is, but yes, yeah, it's a French festival.
Okay. So what are actually I'm gonna get into this one because I'm sure you know and I'm sure you've been to some of them. What are like the prices like at some of these festivals over in Europe?
Um, I couldn't say much for the European ones. I've not really looked, but I know over here, I'm trying to think now. You're probably looking for a weekend at most major UK festivals. You're looking upwards of £300. Um, that's probably not including camping and things like that.
I wonder how much that is equated to US dollars because like US dollars, like we just got done paying our tickets for Welcome to Rockville, which I go to Welcome to Rockville every year. And US dollars, Welcome to Rockville is almost $800.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh shit.
So that would be about $400.
God damn. Why can't we have it for $400? Hell yeah, it's by the time you go to Welcome to Rockville, you're talking $800 worth of ticket. Well, if you go VIP, which I always go VIP because it's obviously worth it. So VIP tickets, $800, and then you're talking hotel cost, which is going to be between $600 to $2,000, depending on how fancy you want to fucking go. And then you're talking a beer. One beer is 15 US dollars. Oh yeah. So by the time you bought two beers in there, you could have went down to the gas station and bought a whole 24 pack.
Yep.
For the same money. So it's insane. And then I don't even go into the food prices because like last year, I think it was the very first day of Welcome to Rockville, we went and I bought a barbecue brisket sandwich. That one sandwich, no French fries, no chips, no nothing, just the sandwich was 30 US dollars.
I mean, we're always complaining about prices over here, but we don't know we're born, do we?
Yeah, look,
Wow,
it's bad. It's so
you get some
bad.
exploding heads when I go tell people about this.
Yeah, you
Uh-huh.
gotta basically
Wow.
save up all year and do maybe a couple festivals a year because it's just
Well,
so
most
expensive.
people can't do a couple. I mean,
Yeah.
most people can only do one. And that one
Right.
festival is going to cost you, I think last year, by the time it was over, I had already spent close to 3,000 American dollars by the time it was done.
Yeah. It's
So, and see, that's
insane.
that's the thing. Like, as far as like musician wise, I'm sure you're going to agree with us on this. Is these musicians, you guys that go up there and play, you guys get paid barely anything, but then they're charging all these astronomical prices for us to go in there. And I don't see where this is right as far as what they're charging for these festivals equating what they're paying out some of these bands to play. Not to mention these bigger festivals, some of those bands have to pay to play.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Yeah. It's you look at these things and everybody's losing apart from the people right at the very, very top. Because relatively, yeah, the bands do get paid a very small amount when you take everything else into consideration. Yeah.
Right. So, like, as far as that, I mean, I'm kind of I want to see kind of how like the UK equates to like the US. So, do you guys get paid even for like local shows? Do you get paid, or is it like they're coming up? They're like, oh, you're just playing for free, or whatever? Do you do
Generally,
tour
generally
splits?
speaking, yeah, bands do. We do at least get travel covered for even the local shows. It varies place to place. Some people will pay more than others, and that's just how it is. They have different budgets, but yeah, it's been a while since we've done a gig for free, unless it's been charity. That's
Well,
we can
yeah, that
excuse that. Yeah,
yeah. I always tell everybody that you should do at least one or two charities a year at the
yeah,
very
it's a good
bare
idea.
minimum.
Right.
Yeah. All right, CB, you're up, bro.
All right. So, if you could give advice to anybody who's interested in becoming a musician or being in a band, or even advice to other newer bands, what advice would that be for them?
My advice would be don't take advice from musicians. No, but seriously, um, what would it be now? Uh, I suppose I'd say weather in the storm. I think sometimes you've just got to, things will seem rough and it might seem like it never end, and then one day things will just click. You'll find that right band member, or you'll get that opportunity that you need to propel you on to more shows. So I'd say just expect it to get worse before it gets better, because I know
Right.
I've had my share of them.
Okay. Now, I know that, probably every musician has been through this where things just get really, really rough and you want to quit. Have you ever come close to that?
Um, yeah, a couple of times. Not for a few years now. It was more when I was sort of in my early 20s in other bands.
Okay.
And I expected things being a bit naive, I expected things to go a certain way. They weren't going that certain way, and it just felt a little bit pointless. But for whatever reason, um, I carried on, and eventually things did come good. And now I'm in my 30s. I'm not really that hung up on how things necessarily go. We've got our album. We do about a show a month, and we're going to keep pushing, of course, for more and more. But I think we're all relatively content. We all get a lot of enjoyment out of it,
Okay.
and it's just soldiering forward with that in mind and
Right.
making the most of the opportunities that come our way, as it always has been.
Okay. All right.
All right. So, as far as like going forward with your band, what is your guys' ultimate goal for this coming year?
We've got a few plans. We're planning to do some filming, certain things that haven't yet been announced, but sort of slightly alternative projects, but still related to the band. We are also writing as well. So we'd like to, towards the end of the year, start work probably on another album, because we've got a lot of ideas ready.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. RCB, you're up, bro.
All right. So, as far as you guys wanting to travel, what is the furthest you've ever traveled to do a show?
It's actually only Edinburgh, which is a 4-hour drive. That's as far as we've gone so far. We are looking at a couple of places across the channel. We know we've got friends who've been doing the Netherlands. That might be quite a good idea. It's just sorting out the practicalities of it. But yeah, the furthest we've been at this stage is Edinburgh in
Okay.
Scotland.
And as you guys have gone out there and traveled, what is the craziest thing you've seen so far?
Oh, rewinding it back in my head now. Um, we've met quite a few interesting characters. The one that stands in mind is when we were in Oxford, well, Banbury near Oxford. That was last October, and we met this very interesting lady who claimed she was a witch and she could feel all of her energy and all this, and she was talking more and more. The more she talked, the more unhinged she seemed. And then immediately, as soon as the music started, the band actually started playing. She ran off and scared her off. So I don't know what kind of witch that is, but she was interesting.
Okay. All right.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, that's interesting. All right, so as far as all of the places you've played, do you have a favorite city or venue that you guys really like to play because it's just an amazing turnout?
Yeah, there's a few. There's a few. So we really like the 6 Bar in Cambridge. We're always welcomed there. Um, it's quite a small place, but the Rutland in Chesterfield, that's a town near Derby. Um, they always get a good turnout. They're always quite serious about their metal. And our hometown um, venue, the Underground in Stoke, where we're there at the end of the year. End of the year? Sorry, end of the month, not the end of the year. Um, Headlining again, and again, it's just a really nice place to play. People turn up. It's never usually empty. We've even played there on a Sunday to a good turnout. So it's those three that stick out.
Okay, fair enough.
Actually,
Fair
there is
enough.
one more. There is one more. The Chapel in Nottingham as well. That's a very nice place to play. Very good sound techs.
Okay.
All right, cool. I've actually we've heard a lot about Nottingham and like their venues, and I'm just like, God, that'd be so cool. That'd be so fucking cool to go over there and see a show.
It is a
All
good
right,
place to
CB.
play. Yeah.
So now I know it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning for you, but what is your preferred time of the day? Are you a morning person or are you a night person?
I think I'm becoming more nocturnal as I get older. Yeah, like I said to you guys, I think this 2 o'clock would normally be the time I'd be calling it a night. I find as well I can be quite sort of gone 10 p.m. I can be quite creative as well, which really does help me. So yeah, I'd have to say more of a nighttime person.
Okay. That's good.
I can't do it. I can play at night. I just can't create at night. I create at like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. That's when I create.
Yeah. Once about 10 o'clock hits, you're about checked out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So if your band could have a signature alcoholic drink, what would it be?
Oh, right. Um, I think it would be some sort of cocktail, the very high proof that's designed to taste like dangerous chemicals. And I know this sounds a bit mad, but for me, it fits with the whole sort of apocalyptic theme. I think the fans who follow us and sort of buy into all that, I think they'd get a kick out of that. They wouldn't enjoy it, but they'd get a kick out of it. Oh, that drink is very law friendly.
Okay, so we're talking like probably like Everclear or Moonshine.
Yes, absinthe, yeah, sort of stuff. Yeah,
Oh, absent. That is
I
the
know.
worst tasting shit I have ever had in my life.
You know what though?
Yeah,
I
it's-
like it though.
Mm.
But see, I
No.
also like Jaeger too. So I mean,
You're disgusting.
you know what?
You're fucking gross.
The whole rest
I
of the
like
world
Jaeger.
will think differently.
Dude, have you ever had real absinthe? Like
Yes.
real absinthe with like the fucking wormwood?
Mm-hmm.
First off, that shit is disgusting. Which I hate. It tastes like licorice to me, which is
Why
probably
I
why
like
you like it. I hate it. I fucking hate it. I hate licorice with a extreme prejudice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, the trips are not fun. I did not go on a fun trip. It was
You
not
just go
fun
to-
at all.
You just go to sleep. It's fine.
No, the hell, I did not go to sleep. No, I sit there having a goddamn discussion with the fucking My Little Ponies. No, it was not a fun discussion. It was terrifying. Hell no. Nope. I'd rather do shrooms. I am never, ever, am I ever going to do absinthe again. Ever.
What
Not to
about
mention, no, fuck you. You do it. All by yourself.
All right.
Hell no. Absolutely not. And then I could taste that shit for like a solid 2 weeks afterwards.
Yeah.
No. Nope. I'll stick with my fucking whiskey and beer. That's it. I'm a Southern boy. I like whiskey. I like beer. It's that simple. Hell no. All right, CB, you're up.
All right. So in the music industry, what is something that you have had to unlearn going into it thinking that it's something different?
Unlearn. Ooh. I'm trying to think now if there's been anything like that. I certainly remember a time, and this is again more when I started out as a youth, I suppose, when there'd be all this talk of like, oh, there's going to be these talent reps turning up to these gigs in cities and things like that, and yeah, that's not true. That's not true. I think that's a very rare occurrence these days. So
Right.
yeah, that was something. I don't know. I think I played a few gigs when I was a lot younger, and I just thought, hang on,
Well,
that
and I
doesn't really
also
happen,
think,
does it? Sort of dawned on me. It was like
right.
that.
Well, and I also think that, the more and more technology grows and gets, more advanced, people are going to be looking for you online more than they are
Oh yeah,
at these places. So
yeah.
Fair enough. So since we're nearing the end of time, everybody knows that's watching, which we have quite a few people watching right now. We always play a music video at the end of the show from the band. So the music video we have is A Corpse's Voice. So do you want to kind of tell us a little bit about what that song is about and what went into creating the music video?
Yes, yeah. So this is the first song the current lineup we all wrote together. I wanted us to have a song that we'd all contributed to. Um, Lyrically, it's about struggle in general. It's about feeling isolated. It's seen through the lens of someone sort of lost in the wasteland, or stuck in a location that they can't escape from. Music video was a lot of fun. We were hungover. We'd been out drinking the night before, which might be a good or bad thing depending on your viewpoint. But it was done by a man called Dan Peach, who's in a band called Lesbian Bed Death. Originated from Stoke. Yeah.
I know who they are.
They're quite big now. They're quite big now. Yeah. He very kindly offered to do it for us for free, with his mate Dave, who plays the gentleman in the gas mask. And yeah, it was a fairly simple affair, just a few shots of us playing, and also the acting parts where I'm being chased. But that was a lot of fun, and it was all done locally as well. Just some random wasteland in Stoke and a nearby park as well. And of what came out in the end, it was fun, good fun.
All right, fantastic. So on that, we are actually going to play Corpse's Voice by Doomsday Sun. Please, everybody that's watching, make sure you go to Doomsday Sun, go hit that follow button on all their social media accounts, follow them. If you live in the area, go see a show. On that, here's A Corpse's Voice. We love you guys. Thank you for joining us tonight. We will see you again on Monday.